looks like we won't be seeing him in this competition. So it's really interesting to see how this game is going to turn out. If we're talking predictions, hello everyone, and welcome to today's episode of The Corner Flag. And once again, we will be covering Afcon and continuing with our matches. And of course, today we will be looking at the behemoth clash of Nigeria, of course, versus the host Ivory Coast. And it is going to be a big match, one worthy of a final, I would say. And both teams are going to be looking really, really good and really, really strong. Nigeria, of course, coming off of a draw, so they'll be looking to get a positive result this time around. And Ivory Coast, of course, gotten off to a good start with the 2-0 win that they had in their opening game. So it's going to be a behemoth fixture. And let's just look at some of the players that we think are going to be making a difference in this game, of course. If you're looking at the Ivory Coast, there are some players that are missing, like your Zahas, of course, but Fofana came through and he scored one of the goals, of course, to lead his team to victory. And there are a few other players that will be looking to make their mark, especially as the host nation. You can see the ambition and how hard they play. You can see that they're actually putting the hearts on the line for this one, and they're trying to make their country proud. And with Nigeria, a giant of Africa that has been underperforming for quite some time now, especially if you look at the quality of the players that they have on paper. They have a lot of stars, probably some of the biggest stars that any team has to offer in this competition. We're looking at the main man, Victor Osimhen, of course, who plays for Napoli. He also still saved the blushes for Nigeria and scored the goal to help them draw the game that they had. But there are some other players that they have, of course. Your Kelechi Iheanacho's in there, Alex Iwobi, of course, Samuel Chukwueze is in there. So it's a really terrifying up front that they have. In the middle, of course, they do have, Indeed is not there, of course, unfortunately, but they still do have a plethora of, players in that area. They, of course, have your Joe Aribo, who's going to be playing probably, really has come to the party ever since he's been selected for his team, of course. It would have been nice to see Nathan Teller as well coming through, but looks like we won't be seeing him in this competition. So it's really interesting to see how this game is going to turn out. If we're talking predictions, Nigeria is really going to be motivated for this one, so I don't think they'll go down easy. But at the same time, Ivory Coast has something to prove, right? So I'd say Nigeria has the bigger quality, but Ivory Coast, they know how to play better as a team. So for that reason, I'm going to go 2-1 Ivory Coast. I do think that Nigeria has enough quality to put the ball in the back of the net, but I don't know if they're going to be able to hang on to that lead, especially because they're a little bit disjointed when they play as a team. So I think the unit of Ivory Coast is going to be able to overcome them. But yeah, you tell me what you think of today's match, who you think is going to win, which player you expect to make a big impact on today's game. And I will see you again in a few hours after this match, and then we'll go ahead and discuss what happened. And until then, see you again next time.